Welcome back to Half A Hot Rods. Today we're going to get back to work on the 57 Chevy Truck. We're going to make some modifications to the floor pan. And we're finally going to make the 97 cab and the 57 cab one piece. You know, more or less one piece. Let's go. No one has given me a compelling reason not to do it. I just rolled under it and looked again, and I think the new plan is to cut the 57 floor back to here and zip it straight across, and then all this, I still have all this 97 floorboard that far. Then we'll just build a wall that goes down. I was going to try and cut it and fold it, and let's be honest, we both know how that's going to go. So we're going to cut that out, then we'll build a cardboard template that will make up that back wall, and we'll build that. I think I'm also going to try and cut out the old body mount bolts, cut, drill, whatever we have to do. I'd like to use those in that space. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I'll be able to, but we're going to give it a try. As of right now, immediately following the cut, I am happy with my decision.
No regrets.
In fact, I don't think I would have done better with that if I had measured and planned this, honestly, because I know me. So now I think we need to go around and clean up all of these edges and prep them so that we can join them. So I got a whole bunch of grinding to do. Ignore the rooster. We've got a defective one. He thinks it's first thing in the morning all day long. Yeah. Cutting and grinding and cutting and grinding and cutting and grinding and welding. Oh my.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Got a little carried away there. We might have to do a little extra welding. But I really want to get the floor pan and the cab secured to one another, both under here and up here. And then I think maybe we'll be able to cut these braces out and set the seat in there. And then we can see if we have to modify the floor pan anymore to fit. Because my only concern is, I planned on using an OBS seat this whole time anyway, but I don't know how it's going to fit with this ledge. And that looks like a great place to put speakers, because I haven't outgrown that. Anyway, yeah. I got a whole bunch of cutting and grind, not really cutting, mostly just grinding, vacuuming, metal prep. Yeah, there's a lot of it right here. So we'll probably just bring you back when that's done, unless something interesting happens in between. Stand by. Hound, are you going to help with the grinding? Adam, I don't have any thumbs. How about if I just lay here? Is that good? Okay, I'll just lay here. Bum. The guy's a bum. Okay, we got a lot of the prep work done in the cab. Got most of our edges ground off. Some are harder to get to than others. So I might need to come back there and clean that up a little more. Got those cleaned up for welding. Now we're going to pull this front clip off and get some more of the firewall. I'm not real happy with how some of that's fitting. So I'm going to figure out a way to get us a nice straight line across there. Or at least get some better lines so it's easier to make patch panels. And get that ready so that we can tack and prep the cab all the way around so that we can tack that together. So time to pull the front clip off again and then do some more prep work, and maybe then we'll do some welding. All right, here we go. So time to clean these up so that we can actually make decent patch panels for them. So we're going to fix this. We're going to fix this. I may as well cut those down to where there's no ragged edges. I mean, there's still a lot going on there, but we're not going to address all that right now. Same over here. We got to make this so that we can make panels to do things and stuff. Probably cut the ragged edges off there. So yeah, let's get to work on that, I guess. Alright, I don't think I have the right tool. I think I just need a different type of abrasive, like a small disc I could put in a drill. It's got a narrow edge, because I have to get up under this edge, because that's where I intend to do my welding. Tuck this in there, and then bzzz. If I had been thinking ahead, I would have left myself a lip on there, but I didn't know for sure I could, but I should have. If I'd have left myself a an inch lip, then I could have just plug welded the new firewall to the old one, and it would have been money. But I didn't do that. So we are dealing with what we've got. So I'm going to go look for, I think I've seen them, it's a little disc that goes in the drill that will dig in that channel, basically right in here all the way around, so that I can weld across that top. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do, and then we'll do some more grinding, take the paint off so it's all prepped for welding, and I think we're ready to start getting some tacks on this thing. And from there, it's just double check all the measurements, tack, 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 and then we start making panels and making panels fit, because this is going to take some finagling. But we'll get it figured out. I mean, we've come this far, right? This was the easy part, tearing stuff apart, cutting it up. All right, I'll be back. Okay, we're back, and it's like a week later. I did find something that I think hopefully might work. This flap wheel. It's like a flap disc, only it's a wheel. And it's got little, these things. I'm hoping that that will be just the right width to get up in the cab here. Hoping we can get up in here and clean enough of the paint off to make that so we can weld on it. And the front end's over there, and the hood's over there, and the doors are over there, and this is what progress looks like, all blown apart again. So I guess we just need to get to cleaning up our edges there, and then try and get it set back down and everything positioned again, and maybe get some tacks thrown on it. And we got Hound's help again this morning. It's supposed to be 103 today, so he may not make it all day. What do you think, Hound Dog? You gonna work all day? Hound Dog, you gonna work all day? Maybe he will. Probably he won't. On the go. I was afraid of. It's just a shade too wide, but I feel like it's going to be self-clearancing. I don't think that's what that's supposed to look like. Yeah, that's probably definitely not what that's supposed to look like. Looks like we may have to retire that light. So I guess we just bring those back together, and then we put the front end back on, double check all the measurements, double check all the fit. Then maybe, just maybe, we can put some tack welds on there, and then we can start building body mounts. This thing has fought me every time on and off. We're going to take it off. That was way more of a problem than it needed to be. Took 2 shots from a busted cutoff wheel to the face. That's fun. And now we're ready to put the front clip back on. Let's go. Man, I'm getting good at that. Get our fender lined up with the cab right here. This fender lined up better with the cab. I really like that to be back more. There. Use the belly clamp to hold it. Okay, so now the cab and the fenders are tied together. Now we can make sure that one looks pretty good. And that one maybe needs to go back a shade. It's real close. We'll have to take some measurements of the cab to the frame. We have to get our light out because I feel like the front clip is not lined up, at least with the mounts I made, which, let's be honest, they're questionable. Yeah, that one's not on. And neither is that one. Cool. Not even close. Oh, wait a tick. Wait a tick. You probably dropped that one in. Remember, we've got some flex in this front end. Really wish that hadn't done that. Maybe that's just the washer and the rubber? Probably not. Couldn't be that simple. We'll get a heavy screwdriver and line that up. Well, I said we would. I don't have enough hands. Here, you guys just tuck under the wiring harness here. We'll put you where you can't see nothing, or we drop the camera. It'll be just right. Pretty close. Good enough for government work. Good enough for now, Hound Dog. It's good enough for now. We're gonna make it better later. All right, now let's look at our lines everywhere. That line's pretty good. I still think that one could go that way a little. But let's get the tape measure out for the back of the cab now that the front is allegedly all in place. think we need to bring the cab back and the front clip back to us just a hair to make this line perfect. I mean, it is not much, but it is not quite lined up. Right, Hound Dog? About time to crack that door and get the fan going, ain't it, buddy? It's supposed to be 103 today. It was like 78 when I walked out at 8 o'clock this morning. Okay, so that's where I want that line. This line is still good. I think we're ready to start welding stuff. Aren't we? Are we? Maybe. Who knows? We're not professionals here. And kind of looks like I could have done the front of this too. That's going to be right up against there in some places. But I can still get to that and we'll be okay. It's okay. It's alright. And yeah. Still look good there. Still look good there. Okay. That is still in the mount. That is still in the mount. Clearly rocked back. So we may have to build better mounts there. Bolt them to the front clip and then put them on and tack them, then take the front clip back off. But we're probably going to have to wait till we locate the cab perfectly. We have to wait until we've got the cab 100% or more percent welded up. We may have to wait until we've got the cab welded up pretty good before we do that. So I guess it's time to start tying the 57 cab to the 97 cab. That's exciting. A little terrifying. Also exciting. All right, let's see what we can do here to make these two cabs that are 40 years apart become one. What could possibly go wrong, Hound? Couple did okay. After that, they all are not good. Why are you making noises? Clean that up some and then we'll go back for another round.
I heard something.
But I am just now today finally pulling the trigger, so to speak, on tacking the two cabs together. So it's still hot there at the Firewall.
Okay. That's nice finding here.
But
you done put another engine in and everything, ain't you? Yeah,
So-
man.
so everything, this Firewall here is 1997.
Okay. Wow.
Engine, chassis, everything underneath is 1997. I just kind of cut the belly out of the 57 and set it on there.
Yeah. Well, you don't know what you're doing, man. And you got the patience to tinker with all this stuff too, yeah.
Well, I got more patience than I have knowledge. Because I'm figuring it out as I go. But you see the white in there is all 50 or 97. Yeah, I had to do this before I cut the belly out of it.
Yeah.
Brace it all up.
Right.
But that is pretty much where it's going to sit. So I'm trying to make the two cabs one piece so I can take the braces out. I don't know what they're
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, I learned to drive in this old pickup.
I hope to have it driving again here before next summer.
Yeah. My wife, when we married, I had a 68 Camaro with a 4-speed and a 4. And of course, I never have had any trouble driving standards. Well, she never figured that thing out. She finally figured it out because all she was used to is automatic. I've got a grandson that helps me. That little Ford Ranger up there is 4-speed.
Okay.
I told him, I said, man, you need to take this thing driving around, and you need to learn to drive standard. When they call it one of these days where it's just basically going up a hill at a stop sign. You need to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Wow, boy, you've done a good job on this.
Yes. Well, this one will still be a standard too. It's got a 5-speed in it.
Oh, okay.
So it'll have overdrive.
So that's the you've already got the transmission in it, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, I
Okay.
basically cut the old new truck apart,
Yeah.
and then I cut the old truck apart. So all the 57 frame and engine transmission sitting out there by the hay bales.
Wow.
That you go riding the road.
Yeah.
This is new sheet metal.
Yep.
I didn't want to try and make that. I don't have the skill for that, so I bought that. But we cut it out, welded it in. This one. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is these new sheet metal, both sides. That's the most I've spent on it so far. I mean, outside of trading for that truck, but that was mostly all my labor anyway.
Yeah.
I spent $300 on those. The neat thing is you buy everything for this truck out of the catalog now.
Wow.
The problem is it adds up in a big hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have all new rust-free panels everywhere, but
Cost money.
yes,
A
sir.
lot more than you want to put into it. Yeah. Agreed.
My goal is, to have the inside. I'll make it as nice as I can. I'll probably repaint it and everything. The outside, I'll probably leave it looking like it does.
Yeah.
It took it this long to get that way. We'll make it solid.
Well, my sister, I know she'd be glad to see this. And I know she won't see it. It's like me. She just kind of got to find the time to get to do it. Well, I wish things, I'll be 70. If I make it in November, I'll turn 70. I wish things slow down a little bit.
I think you work as hard as anybody I know. I've been putting everything on this on YouTube. I keep forgetting to tag Bobby in it so she can show you, but there's a bunch of new ones up there probably since the last you've seen.
Well, tag her so I can see it.
Okay.
And I know my sister wants to see it too. And I'm gonna tell her that I got to look at it because I know she's gonna want to come up here and see it.
Yeah, and just give me a holler. I'm off the second half of the week usually. If she wants to come see it, she's welcome to come to town. I was pretty excited to show you guys the progress I was making.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Boys, you come a long ways. My goodness, you come on. This is a V8, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
454.
Wow. Well, this thing gonna run now, I guarantee you.
Yeah, it'll get right along. I mean, that was the best GM had to offer for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a complete truck, and it wasn't in terrible shape. It pained me a little bit to take it apart.
Yeah.
But knowing where it was going,
Yeah.
and then I sold off a bunch of the pieces on it to help fund the project.
Yeah.
So That's kind of one of the big parts of the YouTube stuff I'm doing, is to show people you don't have to have all the money. You know, you can figure this stuff out and do it on a budget.
Did you have to do anything to your motor mounts? Did you have to move them or anything? Did it?
No, because it's still 97 underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, that engine's just as it left the factory in 1997. So I built some body mounts for the front here. You can see they're kind of booger welded over there.
Yeah.
I'll probably redo them because I'm not happy with how they come out. But that, and trimmed off the front of the frame, but it's all 1997 under
So
the front.
frame, everything.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's amazing.
So disc brakes, power steering, power brakes.
How did you? Of course, I guess you just knew. But how did you know that the 97 frame was going to be compatible with this?
I did.
Just research. You just
Tape measure.
took a chance. Huh?
Tape measure. I figured, you know, that you can cut stuff apart and weld it together, right?
Yeah.
Some people can. I wasn't sure I could do it, but we're plugging along.
Getting along, I guarantee you.
This is for me, it's a huge milestone, because I'm tying 57 and 97 together right there.
Wow.
For permanent.
Wow. That's amazing.
And it's cool that you came by today, because it's a huge step in this.
Yeah. I'm proud. I'm proud you getting to work on it, do what you want to do with it. Yeah, 'cause
I mean, we'll go to the car shows and stuff like that, but it's a 3/4 ton fuel injected big block pickup. I'm gonna pull trailers with it.
Better
I'm
know
gonna
it.
haul stuff with
better
it.
know it. Make it to use.
Yeah, it's a truck. It's gonna get used like
I
a truck.
guarantee you get it up going, there's gonna be people come out of the woodwork wanting to buy it from you. I guarantee you.
They look too close at my workmanship. They might not want to buy it anymore.
Hey, as long as it stays together, that's all that matters.
Yeah. It's coming along.
Well, that's good. I'm glad I come by too, so I can take a look at it. I didn't really get it.
I always struggle with these videos as far as how to end them, where to call it an episode, how to know if that's enough progress for 1 week. And the visit from the previous owner, my neighbor, was a surprise. I didn't know he was coming. He just happened to drive by, and I said, "Hey, do you want to see the truck?" And he said, "Yeah." And I don't know of a better way to end that than him coming in here and checking it out, kind of giving me the thumbs up, telling me that, you know, he likes what I'm doing, he approves of what I'm doing. It sounds super cheesy, and I bought the truck from him, but really the price I bought it for was almost a gift. And I appreciate him coming and giving me the opportunity to own it and to have it and to do the things I'm doing. So I thought it was super cool that he came over and checked it out, and that everything I was doing met his approval. And it's kind of cool to hang out and just talk with him too. So again, I appreciate the opportunity to have the truck and do the things I'm doing with it. We're learning every time we work on this. It should be apparent to you if you've watched a couple of these now. I really don't know what I'm doing, but we're figuring it out as we go. We're going to keep doing it. We're going to be successful on this one way or another. Doesn't matter how many times we fail, as long as we keep going, and we're going to be successful on it. I appreciate you coming back and watching. If you could click like, subscribe if you think that's the right thing, and I will see you next time. As always, remember, if I can do it, you can do it.